Hello friends, welcome to the today's session. Welcome to Unacademy and welcome to my classes. In this session, we are going to discuss about the very important concept in the SQL, that is joins. Dear friends, why joins required and what are the different kinds of joins available? What is the advantage with joins? We will learn in this session. Before entering into the session, let us all say our anthem that crack GATE and ESE with India's largest learning platform, none other than Unacademy. Get Plus subscription and access unlimited live and recorded lectures from India's topmost educators. Dear friends, Unacademy has created a wonderful platform to serve the dedicated students. Utilize this opportunity and get benefit out of it and clear and fulfill your goals because your goal is an academy's goal. And myself is Srinivasrao IS, having more than 15 years of experience in the GATE with various subjects, also had industry experience. And dear friends, throughout my journey of GATE, I taught in many premium academies with a high success rate. Many of my students got completed their post graduation from India's topmost institutions, and my participation in there is to provide a good quality of content, tips and shortcuts, and sharing all my experiences. So these are all helpful to get them in a good manner. So, dear friends, you also can achieve the same success just by clearing GATE examination. So give your GATE examination, use all these tips and shortcuts, experiences. You see the do's and don'ts to get the good rank, single digit and double digit ranks. Dear friends, an academy assures that you're going to get all these kind of benefits by taking admission into an academy. There are two types of programs, Plus and Iconic. Once you become a subscriber or a premium paid student, then you're going to get dedicated lectures, live sessions, live quizzes, mock sessions, and mock tests, and many other things. So, unless and until you become a subscriber, you cannot able to access the portal in unrestricted manner. So, therefore, dear friends, immediately get admission into an academy using my referral code. So, what is Iconic subscription? According to Iconic subscription, you're having inbuilt plus codes. Apart from that, we are having 1:1 personal coach. So this is one of the unique program which is offering by an academy so that you're going to have 1:1 personal training. So dear friends, these are the prices. So if you use my referral code, then you're going to get a maximum concession along with my guidance ship. And my alumni is also there who are there since all 15 years. They're all also trying to give you some kind of guidance as some are working in as a gate mentoring also. So the first one is 12 months and 18 months and 24 months. So current fourth year students can opt for 12 months and the rest first and second and third year students can opt for 18 months and 24 months subscription. After applying my referral code, these are the final prices are available. So use my referral code so that you're going to join under me. That's very important because you all can become including me as a one group, see that all things are going to be under shared. And the next program is Iconic subscription. So when you take Iconic subscription, 12 months and 24 month subscription is there. Either one you can take it. If you're already a plus student, then convert into Iconic where you're going to have very good number of sessions. So where you are going to see that 1:1 interaction. This is a very much need to crack GATE examination with a single and double Z rank. and my referral code is also eligible for this. Therefore, dear friends, use my referral code and get the admission into Unacademy. So these are the final prices. So all of you immediately give your valuable admission. Then Unacademy is going to take care of you everything. They are going to see that all kinds of corner your success. Let us start our today's session. The today's session is joins. Why join? When you talk about a join is sharing of data. So why the sharing of data? Nowadays, if you talk about the distributed database system, without sharing of data, you cannot do anything. For example, accessing IRCTC database, accessing bank database, accessing your student information system, accessing your GATE examination portal, which is nothing but sharing of data only. So whenever you want to do sharing of data, there must not get any kind of redundancy. So even in under sharing, we want to see that non-redundant data. So such non-redundant data can be guaranteed using the concept of what? Joins. So join is a first responsibility to provide the sharing of the data, and the second responsibility is that a non-redundant result, it is another responsibility. So non-redundant result from multiple tables, because I'm using a concept of what? Sharing. So whenever you talk like this, then there is a requirement of what? Join. So I will show you an example so that you will understand what is the importance of join. Now when I say there is a course instance and there is a student instance. So course instance has got course number, student instance got student number, and the second column of your course instance is a course name, and the second column of your student instance is a student name. Now if you look at this structure carefully, so course number 1, course name is Java, and course number 2, that is nothing but Oracle. Student number 1 by name X, student number 2 by name Y. So very important question in interview, because I was as interviewer to many students when I was in the industry. That's why please follow every of my real-time example. You can also interact with me right now. I am also online if you are having any doubts. So when I say that, find a number of courses available. Find a number of courses available. Then I can say that this information you are going to get it from course instance, no doubt. If I'm asking find the number of students available with you, so I'm going to get this information from, you know, that student table. The student table alone can give you data from data about students, and the course table alone can give you information about courses. Now I want to ask you a good question, that find the students who joined for Java course. Find students who joined for course like a Java. Now it is a difficult. Why it is a difficult? Because the course information is available in a course instance and the student information is available in a student information. That so you need to join them or combine them. So when you combine them, what is going to happen? So I'm combining that some information you need from a course and some information you need from a student. When I combine both of them, then it is going to give you a redundant set of results. Why redundant set of results? Because I have not used a concept of what? A common column system. So there is a requirement of a join in order to do this. So when you join this using course and student table, when I go for a join, then how many rows you are going to get? A course, a C1 can be given to S1 and S2. C2 can be given to S1 and S2. Therefore, it is a meaningless information when you join. That's why we want to see that join must be in a good manner. How good manner? If I attach that this course number into this side, so slight modification I am doing. If I attach a course number into this side as one of your child sharing column, then you see that S1 is joined for a C1 and S2 is also joined for a C1. So see the beauty of this. Earlier C2 is also having a students just if I cross them, but here you are getting a dedicated data. So what is a dedicated data? So find students who are joined for a Java course. Now I got exact answer that instead of join them using redundantly, what I am doing, I am trying to use a natural join. How are you going to use a natural join? Now instead of a cross, the course will join with the student. And finally, you got a complete information like student 1 X joined for a C1. The C1 will map here, then you will understand that Java. And student number 2 joined for a C1 and C1 will map and see that you are going to have a what? Java. So this is the help of what? Join. Why are we going to do join? Why are we going to do join? To share the data in a non-redundant manner. So that's why there is a requirement of a join, especially in database management system. Now, what are the different kinds of joins available? So the first join is inner join versus outer join. The other category is two-way join and n-way joins. That means this you can apply in a two-way and these groups you can apply in n-way also. So what is inner join and what is outer join? When you talk about inner join, matched tuples. So you also know it's nothing but common. It's a common tuple set. It's like an intersection. And when I'm talking about outer join, so it is going to give you matched tuples plus spurious tuples. So both we are going to get. So this is your very recent question in the GATE examination, outer join. So we will learn today what is outer join. Please spare your time to get a complete knowledge in join. In tomorrow's session, we are going to do problematic. Today I'm going to elaborately explain and tomorrow we are going to see that practice problems. Now, let me explain what are the different varieties of joins like inner join, outer join, two-way and n-way join. So, categories of joins we are having. So, according to Oracle standard, if you look at the first variety of join is a cross product. And the next natural join, next join using on clause, outer, left outer, right outer, full outer. So your outer join has got these flavors. So left outer, right outer, and full outer join. Now let me explain what is a first variety cross product. Please listen, all these joins are previously given in the examination. Please be attentive for 1 hour of duration. But I am saying a first one cross product. So it's an indication like this. So what is the meaning of this? R is all tuples of relation instance are is mapped with all tuples of S. So there is a one important rule that the minimum of R cross S is 0. Very important previous gate question. And the maximum of R cross S is R into N. Sometime we also will call as M into N. M is the instance, N is the instance. Now I will show you an example about R cross S. So there is a relation instance R. Now I'm writing general instances which consist of AB, and there is another instance which consists of CD. This has got the data 10B1 and 20B2. This has got data C1D1 and C2D2. When I'm asking R cross S, what will happen? How many columns? All columns from your R and S. How many rows? All rows. Mapping M into N is nothing but R into S. It is 4 rows. So how did you get them? How did you get them? A and B and C and D. 4 columns I am saying. 4 rows. How did you get the 4 rows? This 10B1 will map with C1D1. 10B1 will map with C2D2. And 20B2 is mapped with C1D1. And 20B2 is mapped with C2D2. That's it. So you got an instance. How many? It's a 4. So examiner is not going to provide any kind of data in any kind of examination, not only GATE. So I'm going to give you some tips. Please follow those tips. So any doubt, please you can chat with me. I'm online right now. I say R has got 2 columns with no data, and S has got 2 columns with 100 rows. Now I want to have R cross S. How many? It's nothing but what? 0. Because you cannot map. Why you cannot map? As you are having a data in this, but I cannot map to other. Therefore, it is a what? A 0. This is one example. And another example, if I say R with AB with a 5 rows, S with a CD with 7 rows, T with EF with 0 rows. So I want to ask you 2 questions. This is how you will put the question in the exam. I want to ask you that what is R cross product S? It is 35. What is S cross product R? It is 35. Reverse also you can write. That's why it is a commutative. R cross S is equal to S cross R. It's a commutative. Now I want to ask you one more question. What is R cross T? 5 into 0. It's a 0. What is S cross T? It is 0. What is R cross S cross T? It is 0. You cannot map. That's why the minimum you're going to get a 0 and the maximum you're going to get in the form of what? M into N format. So what is the problem with this? So main drawback with your cross product. Drawback with your cross product is redundant sharing. I'm getting sharing, no doubt, but you're going to get it what? Redundant sharing. Duplicity you're going to get. So that's why we want to avoid this redundant sharing by taking a concept called natural join. The hero of your join concept is natural join only. So I hope so you got why it is given a drawback. It's nothing but a what? Data will be shared, no doubt. Our purpose is survived. But the thing is that you're not going to have a what? Non-redundant sharing. You're going to get a same row is going to be given a multiple number of times. So which we do not require some kind of data, but it is going to by force to provide some kind of data after mapping. So these problems can be avoided using a second variety of join that is called a natural join. So when you talk about the natural join, few important points are there. Number one, so consider all common columns. This is a point number one. Considering all common columns. Point number two, mapping of rows. Mapping of rows based on common columns. And next point is elimination of duplication. Elimination of duplicate tuples and columns. Finally, I can write this R natural join S in such a way using three principles. First principles, you need to do R cross S. Second principle, mapping. Third principle, elimination of duplication. So three steps, your natural join. I am also going to do three steps in the example. Let us see what is the advantage of with the natural join. The advantage of with the natural join is that you're going to get a sharing, no doubt. So it's a completely dissimilar to your cross product. So sharing of data purposefully, sharing of data in a non-redundant fashion. The cross product is also going to tell you, the cross product is also going to tell same, but the thing is that you're going to see a concept of redundancy. Unnecessary tuples are going to come using a cross product. Even some student, he may not took any kind of courses, but his data is also going to come by mapping that he has got some course. So by force, you are going to get a redundancy in cross product. For example, I say some employee is not working in some department, but when you map it, that it is showing that that employee is also working in the department. So this is how you're going to have some kind of inconsistency and ambiguity while calling the data using a cross product. So that ambiguity you can able to avoid with the help of what? A proper join, that is nothing but a what? One of the famous join in your RDBMS, that is natural join. All your RDBMS including Oracle, MS Access, then Sybase, MySQL, PostgreSQL, all are using natural join. Now the three steps I will explain. Step number one and step number two, step number three. First step is cross selection projection. Three steps. So please observe example carefully. I say there is a R and there is a S, which consists of something like A and B, and which consists of something like A and C. Now I say so 10 and B1, 20 and B2, 10 and C1, 20 and C2. Please observe how I am doing. There is also shortcut. First, let us learn the process. While discussing the problems in the next session, I am going to show you the shortcut techniques. Now, I am making a join between them. It's nothing but a natural join. The symbolic representation is like this. First step, it consider common column. So A is a common. Therefore, you try to map using A only. So while mapping, you see that there must be a common data within the A column here and A column at that side. 10 can map with this. So you got 10B1, 10C1. This 10 cannot map with 20 because the data is different, dissimilar data. And I can map next 20 cannot map with this dissimilar data, but 20 can map to this. So you got answer like this. So first and second steps completed. Third step, are there any duplicate tuples are there? No. This is a unique tuple, this is a unique tuple, and duplicate column is there. Eliminate. Finally you got ABC as 10B1 C1. See that how data is sharing 20B2 C2. So this is what is the meaning of what? Or naturally joined to S. So three steps. First step is same. Here only it is the first step. Second step, I am making equality among them. Then after that, I am removing a duplicity. This is the concept. Now, let me give you a symbolic example between course and student or project and student. This is the student instance. This is the project instance. Student instance has got student number and student name. Please observe this example. This is how you are going to be asked. Project number and project name. So student number S1 by name X, student number S2 by name Chaitanya, and project number P1, it's nothing but software, and project number P2, it's nothing but hardware. So I need to maintain, to have a natural join, there should be a common column. So I'm bringing this project into here. So while you are bringing project number into this, he is working in a P1, he is working in a P1, and third student is Ram, he is working in P2. So different kinds of projects. Now there is a one more project P3 by name IoT based. Now he is asking you to find a dash number of rows. A dash number of rows of student naturally join project. So the answer is, so first natural join looks for common equality. Yes, this is the common. Then it also going to see that common tuple set. Yes, let me map. P1 can map to this. So your result is P1 S1 X1 P1 software. So this P1 cannot map with others. So mapping done. Next P1 S2 X Chaitanya, not X now. So S2 name is a Chaitanya and his project number is a mapping to this It cannot map with P2 and P3 because data is not common. So it is giving you that as P1 and P1 is the same, so he is also going to get a software. And next is a P2. So P2, can I map P2? Yes. It cannot map with this, but it can map with this, but it cannot map with this. Therefore, you are going to get P2, that complete tuple, S3, RAM. It is mapping with this tuple. So P2 and a hardware. So what are you going to do? So you got selection. This is what is the meaning of what? Selection of your R cross. Yes. In that you eliminate duplicity, the tuple set. There are no duplicates here. All are unique, but a duplicate column are there. So remove duplicate column. Finally, your R natural join S consists of 3 rows. What are that? P1, S1, X software. This is how it is sharing with other table. Next, P1, S2, Chaitanya software. Next, P2, S3, RAM hardware. So this is how to do the concept of what? Natural join. Let me take one more example. I say there are some departments and employees are going to be allocated into that. So department number, employee number, and department number. So it is a 10, it is a 20, it is a 30. Employee E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. They are working in 40, 50, 40, 50, 60. When I call a department natural join with employee, then how many rows you are going to get? Please answer to my question. Please chat with me. How many rows you are going to get? Anyone, those who are online, please give me answer. How many rows you are going to get from the natural join between these two, employee versus department? So the answer you are guessing some tuple set, how many? So the other one, if I am taking another example, so department instance, which consists of department number 10, 20 and 30, employee instance, which we are having employee number and department name. Now there is a some tuple set E1, E2, E3 by name X, Y, Z. I am calling a dash number of rows of a department naturally joined to employee. Anyone? Please answer these two questions. First one, how many rows? Quickly. First one, how many tuples? This is a department number, and that said also department number I am accessing. I'm asking you naturally join them. I'm asking naturally join them. So how many tuples? Here you're going to get 0. And if I ask here how many tuples you're going to get, you're going to get number of tuples 9. So any doubt you can ask me. This is how about natural join. When you call natural join is a very strict join. It is very strict join because it consider all common columns. It consider all common attributes. So this is how about natural join. So there is one of the problem with the natural join. What is the problem with the natural join? Please observe. Now drawback I am going to write. It's not the drawback actually, it is its rule. So what is the rule? It consider all common columns. It consider all common columns. This is the problem. That's why it is called as what? A strict join. It is called as a strict join. Now I will show you the drawback here. I say I'm coming with a general example like R of A with a B and S of AB, and one more column I am adding D, and one more column I am adding a C. Clear na? Now listen, let me give the data. 10B1 C1, 10B2 C2, 20B1 D1, 10B3 D3, then 10B2 D4. So these are the tuple sets. Now I'm asking you, what is R natural join S? So your R natural join S, if you look at carefully, depends on first cross, then selection, then projection. Here your selection is based on two common columns. A and A is a common, B and B is a common. Natural join is going to consider all common columns. This is one of the biggest requirement in your natural join. So according to that, I need to cross check the data equality between A as well as data equality between B. So R dot A is equal to S dot A and R dot B is equal to S dot B. Now let us see how many tuples you are going to get. You will get finally ABCD after elimination of one set of common columns. Now your data 10B1 together you need to check. So 10 is not matched with 20, so this cannot be mapped. 10 can be mapped with 10 and B1 also supposed to be mapped. So 10B1 is not equal to 10B3, therefore it cannot map, and 10B1 cannot able to map with the 10B2. This is how the first tuple is not going to be mapped with the second table. Any of the tuples are not going to be mapped because we are checking the equality between A and B together. Now if I call 10B2, so nobody, yes, so 10B2 this is not matched, 10B3 not matched, but 10B2 is a one tuple is matched, so that we are writing. So 10B2 C2, 10B2 already there, and D4 because that is a common. So your data finally is a 10B2 C2 and D4. So this trick you can able to limit by using a concept of what? Join using on clause. This is a third variety of join. Already I discussed CP cross product, NJ natural join. Now we are using a what? Join on. We are using on clause. So what is this clause? This clause is saying in such a way, similar to natural join, but strictness is reduced. How? But mapping can be based on specified common column. But mapping is based on specified common column. Specified common attribute. So this is how you can have some relaxation to your natural join. So how to do? Same example I am going to take R and S. Listen. So R with A and B and C. Same example. S with A and B and D. And data tuples are 10B1C1, 10B2C2. And here also data tuples are 20B1, 10B3 and 10B2 and D1, D3, D4. Now I want to go for, we know what is that? R cross S means 6 tuples you are going to get. R natural join S means you are going to get only one row. Already we have seen. Now I am asking a different example. What is that? Listen. So select asterisk from, I am writing a query R join S on. So you specify which common column you want. Say for example I want A. This time the mapping is based on A only. So what is your output? Now it is a less restrictive than your natural join. It's similar to natural join, but the column you are specified in such a way that I want to go for mapping this and this, even though there is another mapping column is there. In the natural join, it is going to consider all mapping columns. It need not give it. Automatically it consider. But here join S using the same on A. And there is a requirement of what? Common column specification is mandatory. So therefore this time, so 10 is a mapped with this. So therefore you're going to get 10B1C1, 10B3D3. And next one, this 10 can map it with this. So you will get 10B1C1, 10B2D4. See how many rows we are producing. Next, this 10 also we are going to get 10B2C2. Again 10B2C2 because the 10 is mapping there and here. Please understand. And it is a B2D4. If it is a same tuple, then you can eliminate it. They are unique tuples only. Why unique tuple? 10B1C1, 10B3D3 is a unique tuple, and 10B1C1, 10B2D4 is a unique tuple, 10B2C2, 10B3D3 unique tuple, 10B2C2, 10B2D4 is a unique tuple. So you got finally 4 rows. This is how you can have some relaxation on your natural join. This is a third join. And the fourth join is a conditional join. Fourth join is conditional join. It is also called as theta join. Now you see, so join is based on condition. Join is based on condition. So it is also going to provide a non-redundant sharing of data. All are non-redundant sharing only. Observe that except cross product, natural join, non-redundant sharing, join using on is in a non-redundant sharing, and this is also going to be non-redundant sharing. It provides non-redundant sharing of data. Now let me write a small query on that. So what is the meaning of that? If condition is matched, tuple will be retrieved. That's the meaning. If condition is matched, this is a 2012 GATE question, conditional join. If condition is matched, then tuples are retrieved. Or map. So one example I am telling you, listen. So I'm going to take a general example now. Student versus course. So student number, or better we take marks this time instead of course. Marks I am taking marks database with a student database. Student number and a student name. Student number 1, so Sameksha, and student number 2 is Ajay. Student number 3 is a Bonu. Now I'm giving the marks. These marks are belongs to students only. And I say this marks consist subject and marks. Maths 50, physics 75, chemistry 90. Now there is no common column between them, observe. So there is no common column between them, but I want to go for what? A proper sharing of data. Even though they are different tables, I want to go for proper sharing of data. So I say for your better understanding, I am giving a number. So 1 and 2 and 3. Now I am writing a what? Conditional join. So student cross marks. First step, like a natural join I am writing, but it's natural join, not a natural join, it is a conditional join. So student cross this, and I am writing a condition that marks dot marks greater than 75, and I am doing a projection on that. Now here what is going to happen? So it is going to combine these two tables together. First, so 1 Sameksha, and it is checking maths 51. So here I am asking that your marks must be greater than 75. So 1 Sameksha, and you got something like it is also not possible. 1 Sameksha, then it is possible. Then what are we going to get? We are going to get a result that 1 with Sameksha and chemistry and 90 and 3. Now you look at the same. So 2 Ajay also same story. So chemistry and 90 and 3, and 3 is also same story. You will get 90 and 3. So non-redundant tuple set only you can able to generate. There is no duplicity among them. So likewise you can take one more example. I say employee with the managers. So employee number E1, E2, E3. Manager ID is M1, M2, M3. And these managers are allocated to employees. M1 is allocated to E2, and M2 is allocated to E2, and M3 is E3, and M3 is allocated to E2. Now you listen. I'm writing a query. You tell me what is the out. So I say employee cross manager first. Then I'm going for a what condition using a selection. What is that? So manager dot mid is equal to m1, and one more condition I'm asking, employee dot e number is equal to manager dot eid. So you tell me how many tuples you are going to get using this. So first manager dot mid is equal to m1. So our target is this only. Remaining we don't want because he's asking only m1 manager data. And you see that this m1 can give you e2, but we are asking one more condition. What is that? Employee dot e number is equal to manager dot eid. So manager dot eid is nothing but e2, and this is matched with this guy. Finally, you got information about that. If I give a name here, you will understand. So X and Y and Z, it is going to give you only Y information, that E2, Y, manager ID M1, and it is giving you what? E2. This is how you can use a concept of what? Conditional join, also called as theta join. So let me provide one more information. I say emp1 and emp2, employee number, marks or age or grade, whatever it may be, employee number and age. So E1 is 21, E2 is 25, E3 is 26, and E1 is 21, E2 is 25, E3 is 26. Now I want to go for a what? Outer join. Conditional join. What is a conditional join? I am giving you like this. Employee 1 is going to join with employee 2. So what is the condition? The condition is employee 1 dot age greater than employee 2 dot age. So I put a restriction, condition I am keeping. Therefore, I am calling in such a way. First, let us see. First guy, 21 is equal to 21. It cannot, because I am asking greater. Employee 1 dot age must greater to employee 2 dot age. And 21 is not greater, 21 is not greater. Therefore, he is no way concerned. Let us see next one. So second guy, 25. Yes, he is greater than to this. So he is going to come. E2, 25, E1, 21. And 25 is not greater to that. And next row, 26 is greater to 2 rows. So I'm going to get them 2 times. E3, E3, 26 and 26. So with E1, 21, with E2, 25. So this is how you can use a concept of what? Conditional join or theta join. And the next one is outer join. This is our last join. What is outer join? It displays a common tuple set as well as unmatched tuples, nothing but spurious tuples. So let me give you. First 3 varieties are there: LOJ, ROJ, FOJ. 3 varieties: left outer, right outer, full outer. This is a left remind tuple. Left remind tuple set. This is a right remind tuple set. And the next, both sides. It provides a left remind as well as a right remind. Let me show you. First example. So 4 examples I will discuss. Observe carefully. This is one of your 2015 GATE question. Please listen carefully. I say there is employee instance with a project instance. So employee number by name ename. There are few guys are there, E1, E2, E3 and E4. A, B, C, D are their names, and project number and assigned to some employee numbers. So project 1 is given to employee 1, project 2 is given to employee 5, project 3 is assigned to employee 7. So assume that the data is given like this. He is asking 3 varieties of outer joins. First, he is asking what is a LOJ. First write the common matching tuple, as this is the common we know. So your data is employee number, employee name, project number, employee number. Okay friends. So first guy, it is matched perfectly. E1, A, working in project 1, E1. And next E2 also no mapping. And any other mappings, first you write a mapping data, any other mapping. So here E1, E5, E7, here E1, E2, E3, E4, only one mapping is there. Now you tell me how many tuples which are unmatched with your project. As I am doing, employee left outer join with the project. So you need to look at this instance now. So how many guys or how many employees are not working in the project? They are E2 by name B, not assigned any project, and E3 by name C, not assigned any project, E4 by name D, not assigned with any project. This is LOJ. If I take ROJ, first common only we will take employee number, then employee name, then project number, then employee number. So how many guys are working in the project? We know that E1 is matched, so he is working in project 1, A, P1 by name E1. Now I'm calling that how many projects do not have any mappings? That's what the second outer join means. Look at the right instance. Look at the right instance. So P1 has got employees and P2 do not have any mapping. So P2 E5 do not have any mappings. And P3 E7 do not have any mappings. So it is the outer join is also going to give you the unmapped tuples along with your matched tuples. Now the last variety is a full outer join. Both sides. I want to tell you one important thing here. When you talk outer join result set, This is the question he asked. Result set is always greater than equijoin or natural join. And always greater to equijoin. This is the first important point. Second important point is that left outer join and right outer join will display extra tuple sets, spurious tuples, extra set of tuples. And the third important point is full outer join result set is greater to all. Full outer join result set to all. It is greater to Nj, greater to Ej, and greater to Loj, greater to Roj. Why? I will show you. So this is our table. We are asking full outer join. Already Loj we have discussed, Roj we have discussed. Foj I will write. So full outer join. First common data you take. Employee number, employee name, and project number assigned to which employee number. So according to that, first guy is a common in everywhere, E1A, P1, E1. Okay. Now you need to write LOJ first. Plus you need to write ROJ. So what is your LOJ set? E2, E3, E4 with BCD. E2, E3, E4 with B and C and D. Next, this is LOJ. Next, ROJ is there. What is your ROJ? P2, E5, P3, E7. They do not have mappings. That's why full outer join result set is always much greater to your LOJ as well as ROJ. It is a superset. So this is how about outer join. So in the next session, we are going to learn the rest of the joins like Cartesian product, and equijoin and non-equijoin self-join. Non-equijoin and self-join. So this is our tomorrow's task, 23rd December 2020. So Cartesian product, equijoin, non-equijoin and self-join. That we will see in the tomorrow session. Friends, share this knowledge to all your friends because knowledge sharing is a divine. So please use knowledge sharing to all your friends and stay tuned to Unacademy, stay tuned to my classes. Thank you for all your support. Tomorrow sharp 8 p.m. we are going to meet with Cartesian product, equijoin, non-equijoin and self-join.